back and say, I messed up there.
Okay.
I should have done that. Within an hour, I lost 15,000 US dollars. Play with the money that you are prepared to lose. But in Africa, there is no spare money, bruh.
All right, yo, what's up, guys? It's Nqobile Tembane from Top Traders South Africa, and I'm bringing you guys another installment of Market Masters, where I sit down with the most talented and prominent individuals in the game. And today I've got a very prominent guest with us today. I've got Elson Mabhena in the studio today. How are you?
I'm good at yourself, man. How are you?
I'm good. I'm looking forward to today. I enjoyed our conversation that we had. We've obviously planning for today. I really enjoyed that. I was just like, oh, it's going to be an interesting conversation.
Thank you so much for the invite, man.
Yes,
it's a pleasure to be here.
It's a pleasure. That's great. So you're here because you're a trader, but you're not just a trader. You're also like a very prominent IB for particularly Octa.
Yeah. I'm an IP.
Yeah.
I'm a business person.
Yeah, business person. Do you prefer to state it like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. How did you get into the IB business? Before we actually get into the interview, just quickly, how did you get into the IB business?
IP business is one of the businesses that are there in the space when you talk of Forex, when you talk of the financial markets, there are people who are, making it happen, who are bringing the multitude to the space. So, I also found that space very lucrative when I started the market, and I was looking for opportunities to earn over and above trading. I said, you know what are the other opportunities to earn in this market? Then I said, all right, there's something called introducing broker, bringing people to the space, making, people understand how the financial markets work. Then, I said, I can do this. And here I am.
You're doing it. And actually, I think it's one of the things within this business, the Forex business side of trading, that actually has a bit of it brings a bit of stability, because with trading, you just never know what's happening. But with the IB side, at least to some degrees that every month we'll get something.
Look, Forex trading is real. Is happening.
Yeah.
But of course, there is that space where you think, what are the other opportunities? What can I do besides trading? And then IP happens to be there. And of course, trading, you make money this month, next month maybe it's a bit down, you're on drawdown. But if you are pushing the IP business, you know that you are covered. And of course, you need to keep afloat. With an IP business, you always afloat, have liquidity,
Yeah. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Nqobile Tembane, and I've got an announcement for you guys at home. Octa is launching its yearly New Year promo just for you guys with amazing prizes. Now, what are some of those prizes? Let's go through them real quick. We've got a Rolex watch, 5 Apple Watch hammers, and 100 Octa is the new blue merch packs. The duration of this promo will be running from the 4th of December 2023 all the way to the 23rd of December 2023. Now, you're probably sitting at home and wondering, how do you participate in this? Nqobile, tell me. I'm going to tell you just now. Download the Octa app, use the link in the description below, and create your account if you don't already have one. Navigate to the promotion section on the website or the app, and then sign up for the Octa New Year promo. Then once you're registered, begin trading your accounts to accumulate tickets. And here's the thing, guys, the more you trade, the higher your chances are of winning. Promo is open to both new and existing Octa clients. And for this week only, we've got 15% lowered spreads on all majors. And wait. Also giving you guys the 100% deposit bonus when you use the Top Trader SA code for more profitable trading journey. Don't forget to use the link in the description below. Trading made clear with Octa.
Yeah, you know, I think over the years, and I've spoken about this several times actually on the podcast, even here in industry chats. You know, speaking about people, the lack of maintaining a relationship with a broker. You know, and because sometimes you find that 1 month a person's here, 1 month a person's there. You know, different brokers. So why the decision to maintain a relationship with a specific broker for so long?
Look, when you want to build a legit business, a sustainable model, you need to stick with one broker. In fact, it's not only in the forex trading business, but everywhere, anywhere in this business space, you need to stick to the same suppliers. You know, build a long-term relationship with your suppliers. Now, when it comes to the forex market, it's good because look, you are dealing with people, you are dealing with your community, so you've build your own community. Then on the other side, we've got the broker that you are working with. So yeah, if you stick with one broker, then you build that credibility in the space. But if you are that person who jump from one broker to another every time, then you lose that credibility. Even your community, they don't understand what you're doing. And you know, I've seen a lot of people, especially IPs, this month is with another broker, then the next month they move to another broker. Even the followers, they're like, why, what's happening? You know? So you don't want to be on that space.
Octa, you know, you're an IB for Octa. Why decide to choose them?
Well, before I came to Octa, I was with another broker. When I was with that broker, so many things happened. I saw some trades just getting into my MT4 without understanding what was happening. You know,
Local, international.
It's an international, of course. It's an international.
Yeah.
Then I decided, you know what, I'm moving my community from this broker. I moved my community. I started looking around. I went online, did my research about good brokers. Then OctaFX has been advertising aggressively online. By then, even now, they're still aggressively advertising. Then I looked into them and said, what do they offer? What's on their platform? You must understand, as an IP, I'm an IP. The first thing that I look into when I'm about to have a relationship with the broker is how the broker is. And of course, I look for my community, because here I've got a community. I've got people who trust in me. So I'm not here to sacrifice my people. You know, I'm here to build the business together with my people. So I looked at OctaFX, what they offer, the platform, the conditions. Then I tested them. Then I was satisfied. OctaFX has got the trading conditions on the platform is excellent. The live chat, whenever you need something, you go on live chat 24/7, even on weekends. They respond very quick, very useful. Right, the spread on OctaFX is very low spread on OctaFX. So, and then also the deposit and withdrawal. If you want to see if a broker is a good one, check on how they do, especially when it comes to the deposit. If you deposit some money on into a broker and then it takes some days to reflect, it's fine. It's because sometimes maybe banks, you know, they delay. But you must always check what's the delay, you know. The withdrawals, very crucial. Okay. If you are dealing with a broker, and then your withdrawals take some days to arrive or take some time to be taken. You do a withdrawal now, it takes a day or two for the money to be taken off your MT4 or off your MT5.
Also, to leave the trading account first,
Yes.
okay?
The trading account first. If a broker takes some days for that to do so, it's a red flag. You know, you need to go with a broker which is quick, because if a broker takes time, it means now they are still planning. In fact, they want you to continue trading.
Yeah.
Understand? I had the same experience back in 2013.
Okay.
There was this broker that I was trading with, and there was this client of mine, in fact, my student. He traded, he made 100% within 3 days.
Sure.
And then he wanted to withdraw. Back then, it was a situation where if you want to withdraw, you need to fill a form, you know, a paper form, you know, and then you send it, to fax it, or you email it to the broker, and then they look into that form, and then they take the money out of your account. So that broker had a tendency of not taking the money same time. Once you want to withdraw, they will take something like 2 to 3 days. They want you to trade more. And once you have indicated that you want to withdraw some money, you must know that now they are onto your case. You will never withdraw that money. They will make sure that they will play some games, you know. So yeah, be careful with brokers, especially when it comes to deposit and withdrawals. Go with the brokers that do same time deposit, same time withdrawal, which is OctaFX. Yeah, look, they've been. Yeah, I know they've been good.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you happy there?
Yeah, no, great stuff.
Okay, no, that's perfect. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's great. Obviously, we'll get back to this. Let's go back a bit. Obviously, I've still got more questions on this, but Elson, you're here today, Mr. Mabhena. You're here because you're a trader, but as well, we want to know who Elson is and was, you know, where you started out. Just a bit of background, you know, because we don't know who you are, and I think a lot of people like to get to know you. I mean, I've gotten to know you a bit to date, and I think you're a very cool guy. And yeah, so it's nice. We can go back. I think from 2000 and before Forex, actually, even before. What were you doing before you encountered Forex?
Well, I'm a curious person. Somebody to ask questions. How was this world built? How do we come into existence as human beings? Always ask questions. Dive deep into the research of the existence of everything that's around me. So yeah, back in the days, I used to research a lot. I used to ask questions, you know. I remember I'm that person, like I said, I'm that person who research a lot. I remember from 2002, Daily Sun started. It was launched by the editors Themba Khumalo, 2002, 2003. From 2002 up until 2010, I never missed a copy of Daily Sun. Every day.
Really?
Sunday, Daily Sun during the week,
Yeah.
and then on Sundays, it's a Sunday World and Sunday Sun, you
Yeah.
know. So yeah, I used to read all those papers. Of course, people will say Daily Sun umgosi and stuff.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you that there's a lot of information that you get from there. It depends. Whilst you are browsing that those news, what exactly you're looking for.
Yeah.
You can read Daily Sun. There are some chapters, columns, business columns, entertainment columns, lifestyle columns. There are different columns there. So yeah, I used to read a lot and research a lot, you know. Then at one point, you know, I got introduced to these penny pearls, and there's something called make money by letters, you know.
Okay.
You make money by letters.
Yeah.
It used to be on the newspapers by then.
Okay.
You know. Then it happened in 2008. 2008, I bought this, it was Junk Mail. I'm not sure if it's still there. Junk Mail newspaper.
Yeah.
It used to come on Wednesday. Inside that Junk Mail, there was an advert. That advert said, make 15,000 rands a month trading in the stock market. It was highlighted, I remember vividly. It was highlighted in yellow. You know, 15,000 rands a month trading in the stock market. I became fascinated. What is this all about? You know, my interests were so high on this advert. What I did, that's when I delved into the research world of how the stock market, what is the stock market? Yeah, that's how.
But how did that research go? Because I'd like to believe in 2008, it was a very different time. Because I think around, if I'm not mistaken, maybe it's not too far back, but 2008 we still had cell phones were coming in. Obviously, I think Miss Patama BlackBerry around that time. But how did you do the research, or did you go to a library, or?
Look, we used to have Motorola, you know, that Motorola and Nokia was big in the day.
Okay.
All right. Yes. I had a computer. Yeah, I had a computer in the house. In fact, I bought a computer because I started researching about, you know, this stock market. I remember, I remember my first computer when I bought it, you know. But yes, we used to go to internet cafe. I used to go to internet cafe as well. There were a lot of internet cafe because I remember I did my computer lessons back in 2007. You know, I opened my first email back in 2007. So yeah, we used to go to internet cafes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you'd start learning at the internet cafes, or the information, get there, sit, read, and then leave. Oh, what was the process like?
Yeah, look, you go to, because there's something now which is interesting you. Which was the stock market, this information that I've just discovered. You know, so I'll go to the internet cafe and pay and start browsing. Then it made me also to buy my own computer in the house. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So now you're learning about the stock market. You're gaining this new knowledge right now. What do you do with the knowledge right now that you've gained from there? How do you now eventually get to a point where you interact with the market?
Well, I also remember that in 2009, I bought my first book, which was Become Your Own Stockbroker. I bought it at, where's that place? It's close to Rosebank. There is another mall there close to Rosebank. I bought my first book there. It was 2009. It was Become Your Own Stockbroker by Jacques Macliolo. That's when I was going deeper into this information that I just discovered, you know. And then I started attending different seminars. I remember one of the seminars, in fact, I attended a lot of these seminars, Standard Bank, share trading. It was the presenter used to be Simon Brown, Simon Brown. So there by Rosebank. So they used to host their seminars there by Rosebank. So I was now going deeper into this information that I've discovered.
2008. That's a while back. But so now you're attending all these seminars. And then what happens after the seminars? Because I would like to believe now you attend the seminar, the aim is to convert you, obviously, and get you to start trading. When do you start actually trading?
Yeah, look, I attended seminars. More by that time, it was more of stock market, share trading, shares.
Okay.
You understand? I remember in 2009 there was MTN Zakhele shares that came out. MTN Zakhele that came out. By then, I was working in one of the company, Virgin Active. I remember I was staying there in downtown.
Okay.
I remember I went to the post office and got this. The forms, for these shares. So yeah, I actually bought these shares, MTN Zakhele shares.
Yeah.
I spent 2,000 rands by then, So I bought these shares, and then that's how I started. I started by in the stock market with the stocks, and then of course I also had ETF Cetrix. So I bought ETF Cetrix, and then I watched them growing over the years. But of course, with the ETFs stocks, you need a lot of money for them, for
to
you to see
Yeah.
and normal growth, proper growth. So with your 1,000, 2,000 rands, it's fine as an entrance to the market, but you can't expect to make a lot of money out of that small amount, but it's fine. It introduces you to the market. It introduces you to the space. So the MTN Zakhele shares, I liquidated them. I think it was in 2014. I sold all of them, and then even my Cetrix, I sold them as early as possible. But I wish that I did not sell them. I wish I'm
ones?
still holding them now.
With the MTN ones, or which ones, or both?
Both.
Okay.
The Cetrix
Yeah.
and then the MTN Zakhele ones.
Yeah.
Remember these shares, they were black empowerment shares.
Yeah, I remember.
So what happens with these shares, they are BEEE or something. But what happened with these shares, they are not publicly traded, they locked for a certain period of time, and then when they get released, you can decide whether you want to sell them or you want to still keep them. So I decided to sell them.
To sell them. Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like you have a bit of regret.
Yeah, of course. Look, there is a time whereby you look back and say, I messed up there. I should have done that. Even with the shares, I should have kept them. There will be something by now. I look at the story of the gentleman who have been holding the Capitec shares since they came out, I think 2000, 2001. If you bought those shares, Capitec, it was back then, it was R1 something. If you had 2,000 rands, 10,000 rands, and you bought those shares and kept them until now, you would have made substantial money.
Yeah.
So those are the regrets, of course, that sometimes you look back and say, I should have done this. But
Do you think with the knowledge that you have today, back in you said you sold them 2014, right?
Yeah.
2014. The knowledge that you had today, 10 years back, would you have done the same thing, or you would have kept them? Or do you think circumstances as well led you to also sell?
Yeah, of course, circumstances and small knowledge, I'll say, little experience, they lead you to, sell them. And of course, being a youngster, you make rash decisions sometimes. There is a difference when you are grown up and then when you are still very much young, when you are younger, you make decisions based on your experience at that time, based on what you know at that time. But when you are old, now you've got much knowledge, much understanding of life. That's why people always bring those blue and green dots and say, do you want to get younger or you want to make, get $1 million? some people choose to get younger, with so much experience. If you get younger and make those decisions while you are younger, growing up, you can make good decisions.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. But it sounds like you started off with an investor mentality, because buying shares, it wasn't like your active trading, it was like investment mentality, you buy and you hold. Obviously, over time, you watch your money grow, and that kind of happens. And I think, how has that like impacted your trading? Starting off like that, what did that teach you?
Well, that's what I was introduced to.
Okay.
The shares, the
Yes.
stock market, buy and hold, buy and hold. But in the meantime, while I was holding the shares, of course, I got into trading,
Oh, okay.
I got into trading by 2010, 2011. I started trading Forex, I got introduced to this company. Back then they used to call us a lot. These days I no longer hear or receive calls from brokers, but back then we used to receive calls a lot.
Yeah.
If you register on a broker, definitely you're gonna get some calls.
Yeah.
So there was this broker. Is an international broker. It's called iForex and Forex.com. There are two brokers, iForex.com and Forex.com. So I registered on those platforms, and then started getting calls. No, we're gonna teach you how to trade. Deposit $250, and then we're gonna teach you how to trade. I did, and then after depositing, the guy start telling you what to do and stuff.
Okay.
But of course, you're not gonna learn a lot, especially when it comes to the Forex market. In fact, the financial market as a whole, it's not something that someone can learn over the phone, especially in a rush. In a rush space, kind of situation. You need someone to really hold your hand from the beginning, especially when you just got introduced to an industry, to a market, So started trading Forex. I remember my first deposit, going to the bank, going to deposit. And then, the guy started, having some days, giving me some days, schedules, teaching me how to trade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what happened to the $250?
Well, the $250 I traded, but I ended up, if I remember very well, after some few months, I withdraw back. I don't know what was the decision. Why did I withdraw it back? But I withdraw that money back. I did withdraw it back.
Was it $250?
Yeah, it was no longer $250. I had lost some few coins, and then I withdraw. Sometimes, especially when it's your last money, you get into the platform,
Yeah.
you wanna trade, you make money, you lose money, you lose money, you lose money. Of course, what do? You're like, you know what? Let me withdraw this money back and let me see, I'll start afresh. So I did withdraw that amount, but it was no longer the 250.
Oh, it was less now.
It was less now.
Okay. Yeah, you're just calculating your risk. Yeah, okay, now that's great. So after that whole experience of after you withdrew your money, what else happens in your trading career at that point?
Well, I continued doing some research. I remember back then I was working for Virgin Active. Being the person that I am, who likes information, whilst I was working, I used to go to different seminars. I made it a point that twice a week I'll leave work and then go to seminars. It's either I was working at Cresta. So it's either I go to Sandton, there will be a seminar in Sandton, or I go to Galeka Estate. There will be something in Galeka Estate. So yeah,
Okay, so right now we find ourselves you attending seminars, you know, twice a week, those kind of things. Are you because you keep touching on the thing that you're working at Virgin Active, correct?
yes.
Yes, but the when do you actually decide to leave your job?
Well, it was back in 2012.
2012.
Yeah, 2012, beginning of 2012. That's when I left my job.
But why?
Look, when you're a business person, there's always that bug in you. There's
Yeah.
always that thing that says it's time to move on. It's time to get into the real world and do your stuff. When you are working, there are so many things, especially when you've got that entrepreneur spirit. You know, there's so many things that you come across in the business that you feel like this thing must be done this way. This thing has to be done this way. But just because you are working, you have to comply with the rules of the business, with the rules of the company. We have to work. You know, you are working for someone there. You're working with, working for someone. You are under someone's idea.
Yeah.
And of course, when you are working, you have to give yourself 100%. But if that thing is still bothering you, that, you know what, I need to go out there and do my own thing. So yeah, I always wanted to do business. And when I started getting into the financial space, learning about Forex, when I discovered about Forex, I thought, you know what, I can do it. I can go out there and do it. I can become a trader, a full-time trader. That's all I always wanted to do.
So you basically saying that you left your job to become a full-time trader? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I resigned. I put my resignation and say
for trading.
Yes.
Okay, and I always have an issue with that, you know, especially, you know, leaving a stable job for trading. You know, it's not. Yes, for very, very few people it works out, but with it, and it works, it will work out eventually. But obviously, it does this up and down.
Look, once you discover Forex, like many other people out there, they will tell you different stories. It's what happened with me. I thought, you know what, let me get into the world. Let me go and do it. Before I resigned, the days towards my resignation, you know, I went to the banks and they took some money. I think I went to two banks, you know, I borrowed 200,000 combined. Then I thought, you know what, with this money, I'm going to start my own business, which is trading business.
Yeah.
So yeah, I resigned. People were like, even the managers, the company managers were like, what are you doing? Where are you going? I was determined. In fact, I was one of the best consultants in that company. So I was well known. It's not like I was one of those people, just an additional in the company. I was an outstanding figure in the business. And I was making good money in that company at Virgin Active, because my average commission a month was 30,000 rands. Back then, 2010, you know, during those years. So 30,000 rands, it was good money, you know, back then. And but I had that thing that I need to go out into the world and do something that I've got passion, that's something that I love. Yeah. And by then, trading is what I had fallen into. You know, so yeah, I left the company and opened my own office downtown Joburg. Took that money, opened the office, paid some rentals, refurbished the office.
But Mark, okay, I'm trying to say everything. So you left your work to open a trading business, correct?
Yes.
A trading business, not not to fund your trading account, if I'm understanding correctly.
You must understand all these things, they go together.
Okay.
Trading business is whereby you open an office. I opened an office where I will be teaching people, how to trade, introducing people to the Forex market,
Okay, I
and
see.
of course, some of the money put into the trading account to trade. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, but around the time, that was a good business to get into, teaching and teaching at the time.
Absolutely, it was good, but there were very few people who are understood what exactly is happening, especially looking at our people in South Africa.
Yeah.
When you talk about Forex, they were like, you know what, there are 5 steps backwards. You have to make them understand. But yeah, it was a good time to start. To introduce people. Like I said, there were guys like Cashflow who were already, putting the word out there, bring people, making people have some interest in the space.
Yeah. So you open your business. What happens now once the business is open? You've left your 9 to 5. And Manje, you're working for yourself. How are things going at this point?
To tell you the truth is that if you are to if you're thinking of opening a business, don't just jump into business before, especially when you're working. Don't jump into a business before the business starts generating money. First, make sure that you are making money. Make it a side hustle that is bringing money until a period whereby you see that the side hustle is bringing more money than my 9 to 5. That's when you leave. Don't just leave because you see this product is going to do well before you test it. Like everyone else, that money, it just went down the drain. Some I put into the trading accounts. Of course, what would happen. It was not, I wasn't really in the space for long to say I was already profitable. So yeah, the money was lost, of course. Some paid the rentals, the employees and stuff, so yeah. So obvious that first capital will always you always lose it, until you pick up, So yeah, that's what.
I like where this is going, because you basically just saying, because a lot of people just complain and not complain. Oh no, I've seen someone say, how can I put this? I've seen somebody say is that, Nqobile, stop. When you invite people, they must tell us about the hardships, the real hardships, because right now you tell me you took a loan. I took a loan, correct?
Yeah.
Started a business. That capital so you basically just, things went like sideways, if you can put it like that. Or did they go sideways, or like what were the hardships you faced around that period?
Yeah, look, starting a business on its own is not a child's play. You meet some obstacles, some challenges. You need to be good first and see if the business is doing well before you jump into full time into that business. So those are challenges. You mustn't just jump because you have seen 1 or 2 guys are doing it. Most people who are actually hyping these businesses, they're not really doing it the way you think it's supposed to be done. They're doing it, they're hyping, that business or that program differently. But when you get into that business, you find it's quite different than what you thought. It's quite different. So yeah, those are challenges that you meet. So you must be very careful.
Yeah.
Firstly, make sure that the business that you are getting into, it's successful or it's gaining traction, and then you dive into that business full time or whatever the reason.
Yeah. When when we were having a talk off camera, you spoke about Greg Sicker being a contributing factor in your story. So can you just give us a bit of background in terms of that?
Oh yeah, Greg Secker is a big marketer, that one.
Yeah.
He came into the industry way back 2011, 2012 in South Africa, with an advert of a flying trader, trading in a plane, So yeah, that's how he came, and everyone was like, Greg Secker was big by then, He had this course. When you go to his presentation, he used to hold presentations in Sandton. When you go to his presentation, we'll present. Then when it comes to the end, the end is where people, the closing is always about money. The presentation can be good, but you always know there is the end where people, the presenter will be asking for money.
Yeah.
His course was priced at 99,000. And then 99,000 discounted up to 25,000. So yeah, people at the end of the presentation, 99,000 course now discounted to 25,000 rands. You see a lot of people, standing up, taking a queue and going to pay that 25,000. You're like, wow, what? Yeah. But what I learned about the same situation is that those people, in fact, I met most of them, some of them who said the course was 3 day. It was a 3 day physical course, and then the rest you sent some emails with information and stuff. Yeah, but so people didn't really get the worth, they didn't get much from that course. But of course, many are thankful because it introduced them to the industry. So it was more of an introduction to the Forex market. So yeah, the guy is still there even now, still online. If you open your YouTube, you find he's still advertising. He's got so much energy. I wish I can have such energy, The guy has got so much energy. He's a good marketer. He's a good Forex marketer. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that is so true.
Those are the places that I used to go. Mind you, back then, there were not so much traders, I'll say.
Yeah.
It was very few traders in the space, but they were there. I continued with my research, and I continued. I traded. I remember back then the brokers that were more popular was ACM Gold. ACM Gold was more popular. Also that's the other company that that's another broker that I funded. That's another broker that I traded with. ACM Gold. When they were still around before they they went broke or whatever. They ceased to exist.
Yeah, but this sounds like it's around the time where JP was also coming into the scene as well.
I met Justin when he was still an IB at ACM Gold. That's when I met Justin. He was there. He worked at ACM Gold for some few years, but when they left, after they left, that's when he opened his own brokerage.
Yeah. So, tell us about that time, that period, because everyone knows, hey, that period in time, there was more cash flow, there was just a whole lot of, the conditions of the industry were very different from now to then, correct?
Yeah, the conditions were very different from then. What I remember very well, there were some more of stock market companies, and then most guys were selling the softwares. A lot of guys were selling the softwares back then. And most of those guys were selling the softwares. They were selling MT4, MT5 software, at 30,000 rands. So it used to be costly. MT4, MT5. If you see it now, it's free now. In fact, it's free. It was always free. But because guys had the upper hand when it comes to information, when it comes to knowledge. So they used to sell the softwares, the MT4, MT5, a lot of money, and people were buying, they will package it, they'll package it into a sort of a business package and then sell it to people. But when you look into it now, like, no, man, people were buying just the software. People were just buying MT4, MT5, So yeah, it was back then.
Did you ever purchase?
No, I didn't. Nah, I never. I was relying on my research, bruh. Okay. I was researching a lot. I didn't really purchase anything because thing is with me, I research a lot and then I discover things behind the scenes to say, okay, these guys are selling this. Okay, what's the catch? What's happening? What's the content? What's in this package? I go beyond. And then when I found that, okay, so this is what's happening. Is it worth to buy this or it's not worth it? Then I make a decision. Yeah. Of course, when you look at back then, guys like Cashflow. Yeah, guys like Cashflow, they made the industry, They brought that, oomph into the industry.
So true.
When they came into the space, Cashflow, those guys were promoting. I remember they were actually with the broker, market.com and stuff. Those were the brokers that were in the space back then. Cashflow, when they come into the space, having those 1 million birthday party, with the whole crew of Generations, when Generations was still hot and happening. So, look, such events, they make everyone aware of what's happening, especially in the trading space. It made youngsters, many guys our age, because those guys, they were very, very, out there in the space, showing good life, lifestyle, big cars, big cars. So we're like, okay, these guys driving big cars, having good lifestyle, making a lot of money, 1 million birthday party. So it means they're making a lot of money. It means Forex is working. Forex is the way to go. So so many guys became interested, So many guys came into the space.
Yeah. At which point, obviously you see all of this, you become inspired by all of this, and it kind of motivates you to some degree. It's okay, nah, even me, I want, the same thing. But at which point did you realize that when you sat down and did proper introspection on your life, you realized that actually I'm not saying that you can't attain those things, you can't, but at which point did you realize that actually, these guys made it seem easier than what it actually is?
Yeah, look, as you grow and mature in the industry, that's when you realize, no, man, these guys, it's good for them to, hype up the industry and stuff. But let's go back to the settings, to the default. Let's go back to the foundation and understand what the industry, this industry, what is it all about? This you get upon, introspection, upon understanding exactly what's being sold here, what's happening, what's the product here, So at some point when I, learning about everything, that's when I like, what, as much as there's so much hype in this space, but this industry, you need to go to the settings, you need to trade this way. Because most of those guys, I can tell you, it was more of a hype, it was more of a hype. But now when we go back to the charts, go back to the trading, real trading is kind of different,
Yeah. I like that. Let's actually discuss that. I like when you say, let's go back to the settings. Let's go back to the foundation. What were some of the things that made your foundation as a trader or contributed towards your foundation as a trader?
It's understanding the market, the charts, the real trading. What is trading? Beside the noise, beside everyone hyping, but now the charts. That's when you like, okay, this is how to do it, and then I remember I traded with this company. All right, I traded with this company. I took. I had an office apparently in town. We're trading with my guys. I had this account that I was trading. I deposited $2,500. I took that $2,500 to $15,000.
Yeah. Sure.
I was trading back then. But of course, I was trading with a little knowledge, but I was fine.
Yeah.
I took that account to $15,000, and then it happened one of the days. I saw Euro JPY coming down. Then I shot, then it went up. When it went up with a big negative. I phoned the broker by that time. I'm like, guys, I had a relationship with one of the broker manager or something.
Yeah.
Not an IP manager, but he was an account manager.
Yes.
So I phoned him when my account was getting a big negative. I phoned the guy. Yes, sir, my account. The guy answered the phone, but from there, the guy did not really say anything on the phone. And my account was getting into a bigger negative.
Yeah.
I kept on phoning and I tried to close. In fact, why I was phoning him, because I could not close that trade. You understand?
Sure.
I could not close that trade. I tried to close, they said, bam, that sound. You try to close, say, bam.
Yeah.
I'm on the phone now with the account manager. He's not responding. He's not saying anything. It's just, all of a sudden, he's speaking Chinese, You don't hear what he's saying, I kept on trying to close. It never closed. And then, I lost that account. Within an hour, I lost $15,000. It was gone,
Yeah, but do you think that was also like, I like what you said though, you admitted to the fact that you were trading, but with little knowledge. Did you over risk or what was the situation with that account?
Yes, of course, I did over risk.
Yeah.
But that's not the main issue here.
Okay.
I did over risk, of course. I was over risking on that account. But my guy that I was within the office that I used to work with, he said the problem with that account, we also, everyone, when we've got a good account, everyone who comes to the office, you try to show them that account. You show them that account. So whenever someone comes, you like, check what we're doing. Check this account. Check what we're doing. You understand? So I'll check that account, show everyone. But then he's saying that because I was showing everyone, I sort of left a bigger lot size on the account,
Yeah.
and then as a simulation, when you are just showing people, okay, this is what you do. I was in fact teaching with that account, teaching everyone, because we're teaching people
with a live account.
teaching people. So you kind of put a full lot, one lot size, full lot, and say, guys, this is what, if you put a full lot, this is what you're gonna do and stuff. Then I left it there. Now, when I started trading, or when I saw an opportunity to trade, I just, went sell with that full lot size.
Oh, because already it was already
By default it was there.
Yeah.
You understand?
Okay.
Then I went full lot size, but now, well, I tried to close that
full
trade,
lot. Yeah.
but I couldn't. That's when I, after losing that account, I lost it within an hour. I remember my office was close to my house, my apartment that I was renting. I went there. I left the office, went to the apartment, checked the fridge, went to the bed, tried to sleep. Nah, I can't. I came out, went to the mall, walked to the mall. I was confused. I was so stressed. 15,000 US dollars.
Yeah,
gone just like that.
That's like what? At the time, it was almost 200K.
Yeah, it was a lot of money, bruh. Back then, 2013, I remember it was June.
Okay.
June 2013.
Yeah, so it was 150,000.
Yeah, you understand? It was a lot of money back then. So, yeah, went to the mall. Yeah, but the reality is stuck. But, you know what? You have lost the money.
Sure.
Yeah. But what happened, it gave me a good lesson. Because after that, that's when I started to research the types of brokers.
Okay.
There is a market maker which runs a B-book. And then there's a ECN broker, which those are good types of brokers, An ECN broker, obviously, they take your trades to the liquidity providers, straight to the ocean, to the market, direct to the market. Those are good brokers because they don't have any conflict of interest with what you are doing. They wish you well, because they're not benefiting from your losses. They're not benefiting from any of your, mishappenings. They wish you well. They want you to stay longer on the platform. But market makers, they're like sharks, They're there to make sure that you sleep, and then, they take advantage of your mishappenings.
Yeah, my understanding, right? So you think there was foul play? Obviously, there was foul play with that 15,000 US account.
Yeah, obvious.
So if you can't close the trade, obvious.
Yeah, obvious. There was foul play, bruh. Yeah, obvious. I couldn't close the trade.
Yeah.
And I phoned the account manager. All of a sudden, it's the guy that I normally talk to, that every time when I need something, I find him on the phone.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, he's tend to be a Chinese or something. I can't get hold of him.
He's shaking.
Yeah.
Nah, that must have been one hell of an experience. But you learned lessons from it.
Yeah, I learned lessons. That's when I discovered that, these are a type of brokers. In order for you to become a successful trader, you need to find good platforms for you to trade with, not to just blindly trust any brokers, So, yeah.
Yeah, but people will usually just blindly trust a broker, because I think a lot of people don't really care whether a broker is an A book or a B book or a C book. It doesn't concern them. The only concern that a lot of people have is that if I put my money in this broker, will I get it back? And if the broker can bring it back, whether they regulated, unregulated, it doesn't matter. As long as you continue to put money in and you continue to get the money back, I think a lot of people are just, they thinking is along those lines.
Yeah, look, especially new traders, they're in danger because they don't understand all this information about different types of brokers. They think, you can just, as long as it's a broker, it's a good one. Remember, most brokers are legal. They are registered, very registered, and they are regulated, licensed. Market makers are licensed. ECN brokers are also licensed. So it does not mean it's a model which is also allowed in the space, but it's dangerous. It goes down to you to say what type of broker are you looking for, and that offers what type of conditions, But when I look into the industry like now, I see that experienced traders, they're not really using some of these bad brokers, so to say. Only these newbies, new guys, especially these guys from Varsity, youngsters, they use mostly our local brokers, our local brokers and stuff.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Let's talk about something, a topic that I'm intrigued by. This topic, the cryptocurrency. Let's talk about cryptocurrency. How did you get into crypto?
Well, the cryptocurrency market came about way back in 2014. That's when I discovered crypto. In fact, before then, when I was trading with my guys in the office, there was this an article that came out that says there is a currency that is gonna replace the US dollar.
Yeah.
I remember reading about it, before then, with my guys, but we didn't take note that it's Bitcoin, But then in 2014, I got hooked by, into Bitcoin, into the cryptocurrency market. There was another program that was running. It's called, in fact, that program did not really introduce me. I had already known in 2014. Then in 2015, that's when I started having more interest in the crypto space because of this program it was called Triple M. So Triple M came into space in 2015. And then one of the guys in the office was already, busy with Triple M. Then I was like, let's look into this, a program where you can earn 30% a month without doing much. Okay, it's something to look at. So, we started looking into it, started investing. Then we saw that, you know what, you put your money comes back. And then it was, the program was using Bitcoin by then. So, we we know Bitcoin. We've already gotten introduced to Bitcoin a few months back. So, and then here it is. That's how I got introduced to cryptocurrencies. Then, we ran that program with the cryptocurrencies. Now, of course, with cryptocurrencies, it was more of investing. Also, there was trading, but it was more of investing. And then, we started investing, putting our money. There were there were a lot of currencies by then, like Litecoin, Ethereum. Those are currencies that were major by then. But of course, many people were using Bitcoin because of the programs that were around. Mind you, many people in South Africa were introduced to the cryptocurrency market by different programs. You understand?
Yeah.
Like keep in the network space, MLM. Yeah.
Yeah. So being in the crypto space, obviously we've seen crypto go all the way up, come down. We see it, going up again. Can you just give us a bit of like overview over the years, how it's just been ups and downs?
Look, just to crypto came into existence in 2008. That's when the white paper was published, and then 2009, Bitcoin being the first cryptocurrency was adopted. 2009, Bitcoin was less than a rand, less than a rand back then when it was introduced back in 2009. And then 2009, 2010, Bitcoin started gaining traction. Back then, when we were actually busy with the 2010 World Cup, Bitcoin was still very much low. I normally say people should have bought Bitcoin there instead of buying the vuvuzelas. People should have bought. Bitcoin. It started going up 2012, 2013, and then there are some coins that started coming into the industry, like Ethereum, Litecoin, Dashcoin, XRP. Those are major cryptocurrencies that started coming into the space. And of course, Bitcoin, it works with supply and demand. So it's supply and demand. And that creates the market. And of course, it leads to the something called bull market and the bear market. When there's a lot of demand, then the bull market intensifies. That's why we call it a bull market. So when the prices goes up, shoot up. Everyone is excited. There's so much noise in the space, so much hype, and FOMO. People fear of missing out. People want to get involved. So it's a bull market. And then comes the bear market. When we say it's a bear market, it's whereby it's winter season in the crypto space. There is not much activity. The prices are down, the prices are down. And then a lot of people, when the prices are down, when the market is at that stage, people tend to stay off the market. People tend to lose interest into the market. So there's bear market and then there's a bull market. Look, in bear market, this is the good time for people to buy. Bear market is the best time for people to buy. Because prices are very low. The projects are very affordable, So when you buy during the bear market, when the bull market comes, your portfolio can actually go 100x, 1000x, 2000x, 5000x, So one example of the bull market happened in 2017.
Yes.
2017, Bitcoin moved from 45,000 rands. 45,000 rands to 350,000 rands. The bull market started October, November, December. So the prices moved from 45,000 rands to 350,000 rands. So if we had invested or if we had bought Bitcoin by then, we would have made a lot of money. But of course, like I said, what goes up always comes down.
Yeah, but before we go to the down part, did you have Bitcoin around that period where you already participating in the buying of Bitcoin during that bull market, 2017?
Right. The funny part with the life, we spoke earlier about regretting decisions, having decisions that we feel like I should not have done this, I should have done this. During the 2014, 2015, 2016 period. Because we're playing these programs a lot, we're playing these other programs a lot. We used a lot of bitcoins. In my hands, I had more than 100 bitcoins that passed through my hands. We're transacting. There was this platform called Local Bitcoin.
Yeah.
It's one of the oldest platform in the crypto space. So Local Bitcoin was one of those platforms that we're using. What we did, we're transacting. We did not have the idea or the mentality that this product is a good product. This product can give us a good future.
You were basically just using it, like you said, transacting with it, using it as a normal currency like the rand or the dollar, just buying and selling.
Regrettably so. We're just buying and selling, transacting, going to other platforms, using it with other platforms and stuff. So now when the bull market came, of course I did have some coins, but I was not, strong as I wanted to be, because we had, lost a lot of coins, in these programs. So going to the bull market, yes, I did have a portfolio, so to say, but it was not the one that I desired.
Yeah, I don't understand. So, were you part of the gang that were during that period? Were you able to sell off the Bitcoin before it's called a halving, right?
Yeah,
It's called
halving. Yeah.
So obviously it went all the way to the top. Did you go all the way to the top with it, and did you hold, and then did you come down with it, or what happened?
Yeah, look, it went to the top. I sold some of the coins in my portfolio. But of course, there's always that thing where you don't really sell the whole of your portfolio. That's why our people, community members say, mentors, they tell you when to buy, but they never tell you when to sell.
Okay.
But that's the problem with a lot of people. They know when to buy, but they don't know when to sell. So you can buy. When the bull market is here, you still feel like the price is not at the highest. It's still not at the top. You still feel like, what, this market is still going very fast, still going higher. And while it's that time, the market is coming down. And then, you end up, the market can come down. You see your with crypto, it can give you, and also it can get. Why am I saying this? You can see a $50,000 portfolio. Today, it's a bull market. The portfolio is $50,000. And next month, when the market goes down, your portfolio, if you find it is $5,000, $7,000. You understand? So you ought to know when is the right time to buy and when is the right time to sell.
Yeah.
These are key, important levels. When to buy, it's very key. Buy during the winter season, during the bear market, and you can sell during the when the markets are at the top, all-time high. We call it ATH, all-time high.
But during that period, during that 2017 period, around that December, obviously it was breaking records like every other day. It was just going higher and higher and higher and higher. So how did the average person how would the average person have known that, hey, we've reached the ceiling now?
Well, there is no. That's how the market is.
Yeah.
Every market is like that.
That's true.
It's your personal decision. Trading, investing is a personal decision. If it was that easy to say this is the right time, this is the wrong time, this is the right time, this is the wrong time, everyone would be driving Lamborghinis outside there.
That is true.
So but of course the indicators will always be there. Signals will always be there to say this is the right time to buy, this is the right time to sell. When is the right time to sell? When you see the market is heated up. Especially now we're moving with the experience, whereby you know that this market is at its highest point now. And the bull market cannot last forever. It lasts for some few months. It doesn't last the whole year or the whole 2 years or something. It lasts for some few months. The prices go up and then they start falling down. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. So, that 2017, it went up and then it came down. So when it's coming down, what's going on, especially around with you and your surrounding community? Like, what's happening? I'm sure there was panic, especially towards the end of December, early January 2018. Was it 2018? Yeah, it was 2018.
Look, 2018, 2019, 2020, the markets was down. The community was in pain. Most people did not sell during the bull market.
Okay.
They kept holding their coins. They kept holding their portfolios. And then when it's winter season, when you see your portfolio, it's 90%, 80% down.
Sure.
You feel the pain, of course. Some they had bought at 350,000 thereabout.
Sure.
And to tell you the story, Bitcoin came down to 45,000 again, where it started before the bull market. Of course, you hear stories of people who have hanged themselves, people who have committed suicide and stuff. It happens everywhere. That's the market.
Yeah.
If you're playing with the market, it's always the case. So hence we say, understand the market, understand the what you are doing. Don't get into something that you don't really understand. So people, some they left the market, some they kept holding. But of course, remember, in Africa there is no spare money. We always hear the word that play with the money that you are prepared to lose. But in Africa, there is no spare money, bruh. Someone invested their 20,000 today. That money is not like they can just live on the platform for the next 5 years or 2 years, whatever the case. They need that money the next month. They need that money the next 6 months. They need that money the next festive season, So they will always withdraw. So find out the people who have invested at the top and then the market goes down. They have to just take the loss.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So have you been holding your portfolio ever since then? Because you did say you sold off a portion of your portfolio during the bull market. Excuse me. During the bull market and then in the bear market, did you hold throughout the winter season?
Yes, I hold during the winter season, but of course, some of the coins with crypto, there are some coins that they die. They just disappear.
Yeah.
There are some coins, there's some project, let me talk this way. There's some project that they don't last long. Okay. There's some project that you can see this one is here to stay. So those ones that are here to stay, you can see this is a solid project. You keep them. Then those are the weak project, then you just offload them. You just let them go. So you need to constantly keep changing your portfolio. Some coins come into the portfolio, some coins just leave. just sell them. So you need to constantly check your portfolio, rebalancing your portfolio. Yeah.
So let's talk crypto scams, because I know crypto scams, it's quite a big one. A lot of people have fallen victims to these scams over the years.
Well, look, sometimes you sit there, look at the industry, and you feel pain because of the scams that are happening in this space. Remember, every industry which is within the community, there is good and bad about that industry, about that market, even in the stock market, like I told you at the beginning, people were selling the softwares at a huge amount.
Yeah.
It happens also in the crypto space. There are some chances. I'll say something that people don't really realize also. I'll say scams have been good, scams have been bad.
Okay.
I'll start with the good part. Most people in the crypto space were introduced by the scams to the cryptocurrency market. In fact, when we look at in South Africa or Africa as a whole, most people who got into the crypto space were introduced by different programs. Those programs are no longer in existence now. So that's how they got introduced. That's the positive part, introduction.
Yeah.
The negative part is that these programs have swindled a lot of money from our people. You find out there have been a lot, bruh. There have been a lot of starting way back programs like BitClub, where people lost a lot of money. In fact, before BitClub, there's KP, there was Triple M. People lost a lot of money. People lost marriages.
Yeah, but when you say people lost a lot of money, can you just for context for people who don't know how that money was lost, just a breakdown of like what actually went down for people to lose money?
All right. For instance, a program comes and then it offers you high percentages to say, if you invest so much money, you're gonna earn so much money. You understand? Like the program says, you invest your money, you're gonna earn 30%. Of course, when you look at 30% a month, if I invest 100,000 rands, so it means at the end of the month, I've got 30,000 rands. That program runs for a certain period of time and people are getting their money. You understand?
Okay.
People are getting their money. They are 30,000 rands per month. They are like, oh, wow, it's happening. Wow, we are making money here. And what, psychologically, what happens is that when you get that money, you feel like, you know what, this is it. We've been waiting for this program for some years, for some time. This is the solution to our problems. What you then do, you go and invite all your family members. You go invite all your friends. Above that, you go to the bank now and borrow some money, a lot of money. People can borrow as far as 100,000, 500,000 to $1 million. And some people at that point in time, they can actually sell their houses to invest here. Someone comes, someone sells their 1 million house, and then they take all that money to invest in that platform. When they invest in that platform, they hope that it's gonna last longer. It's not gonna disappear anytime soon. Understand? That program, the owners, the founders, they've got a different business plan. It's not about you. It's about their pockets. It's about what they want. It's about their interest, you are thinking long term. They keep on checking their dashboard, how much people have invested, how much cash flow is coming in, how much cash flow is outgoing, how much money is outgoing. So it reaches a point where they see that we've got so much. We've got these $1 million and it's time to run. Understand? When they decide that, they just press the button and then they shut everything down. You wake up in the morning, you see the platform says 404. You can't withdraw. In fact, you can't really open that website. It's gone. You can't access your dashboard. You can't access anything. The platform is gone. That's how people lose money with these scams.
So you're basically calling this whole thing we're not saying Bitcoin is a scam. No, that's not what you're saying. But you're basically saying these certain programs where you find people like basically doing that thing, like earn a certain percentage every month. So you're basically saying that when people introduce these kind of programs already, they have a plan in mind that, hey, look, we're not going to be here long. 6 months, a year down the line, we are not going to be around. But during that period, obviously, we're going to go around and introduce people to this thing.
I'll tell you that 95% of MLM companies, especially those ones that deals with crypto, they're all gone.
Sure.
Most of them, they are scams. Not most of them, almost all of them. That says the product is crypto.
Okay.
The product is investing. They're all very greedy founders behind those systems. If you want to understand and make money in the space, just learn, get into the foundation, go back to the foundations. What is crypto?
Okay.
What is blockchain? How to make money with crypto? How to invest in crypto? How to trade crypto? Once you understand that information and have that knowledge, it will liberate you. It will make you a wiser person in the industry, in the space, because you start doing things the right way.
Okay.
You start making the right decisions, not based on your emotions or not based on a quick, rich mentality, but based on the sentiments of the markets. You understand? So you ought to understand how the market works. And then, of course, people are greedy. They will always want to take chances in this program that comes. But even if you take chance on this program that is coming, you're doing it with the open mind that this and this can happen. You're doing it with the understanding that, I'm taking a chance, I'm taking a risk here. But now the problem is with so many people who get involved in these programs, they do not really understand the risk. They just hear that you can make a lot of money, you can make so much money, 5% a day, especially these days, there's something called ROIs. ROIs are these platforms that says can make 5% a day.
Yeah.
Right? These platforms, when they say make 5% a day, they have a target. They know that, you're going to earn to a certain point in time because your money is locked. Your capital is locked, apparently, to the system. You invest your $100 and then it gets locked into the system. They tell you can't access it for the next 120 days, for the next 200 days. You can't access it, but you'll be getting some rewards, some daily earnings that you are earning. You understand? But they know that before you get your whole capital that you have invested,
Yeah.
they would have made a run with your money. You understand? They would have gotten away, shut the system down.
Yeah.
You'll be excited. First few weeks, few months, when you are earning, you like, guys, this platform is paying. I've made so much money.
We all know those stories.
This platform is paying, guys. You start like inviting everyone in the community because you have found a solution for people's problems. Now, the more people you invite, the more people comes into the system. The founders, they keep on checking with binoculars behind the scenes. Okay, our dashboard, our pockets, our wallets, they are at this level now. You understand? Then, yeah, like I said before, you wake up with the 404 and then they are gone. So that's how people lose money with these scams. But of course, scams, they come in different forms.
Okay.
You know, they come in different forms. Some, they come especially with good tactics. You know, they will tell you that we are registered. Bring some fake certificates. This is our registration. You need to be at an advanced level. People like us, you know, can actually spot that this one, regardless, everyone can believe that this platform is real because they've got this legitimacy, this license and stuff. But you can see, no, this platform, guys, there was another one recently that was promising people that you're going to be buying shares, you are buying shares, they will be listed on NASDAQ, you know, NASDAQ. Listed on NASDAQ. I looked at the model of that platform,
Okay.
the product. Then I told people, in fact, I went live on YouTube. There is a video on my YouTube channel. I went live and said, guys, everyone believed that this company is legit because what they do, they registered on NASDAQ, of course. NASDAQ and SEC, Securities Exchange Commission, which is the financial regulator in America. They did registration, of which anyone can do that.
Okay.
But it's not approved. Approval takes 8 months for any company to be, for their license or for their papers, documents to be checked.
It's a process.
It's a process.
Yeah.
You understand? But because this company knows the market that is targeting is less informed, what they do, they register on the platform, pay that fee, registration fee, which is nothing. You understand?
Okay.
Which is nothing. Registration fee, and then they come to the people and say, guys, here are the application forms, here we have paid, here we do appear on NASDAQ, here our symbol tickers, here is everything, we are listing, buy these shares. At this point in time, these shares will be 1,000%. Your 1,000 rands, you're going to withdraw 10,000 rands. You understand? Your 10,000 rands, you're going to withdraw 100,000 rands. You understand? Everyone believed. I went on live. I went on YouTube. I uploaded a video and said, this is not going to happen. Not in this world. People wanted to... People against me, leaders in the space.
They're like, this one is holding us back. We have found the Holy Grail. We found a gold mine here. You don't want people to mine.
People were not really happy, bruh.
Okay.
People were very angry at me. Within a month or two, that company shut down. It's gone.
Wait, wasn't it that, what's the name of that company? I think it was big news now around the time when it closed down. No, it's not the same one. It's a different one.
It's a red one. It's QZ.
Yeah.
QZ Asset Management.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Okay, so basically, they language. You know, people are so smart out here when they use the correct language. The languages were listing on NASDAQ, not that they were listed on NASDAQ.
Right. Thing is, people don't really understand what is NASDAQ exactly.
Yes.
But people were actually now being told NASDAQ is the biggest, exchange, stock market in the world, and then we are listing there. And then they see the ticker. It was, of course, they did the application.
Okay.
I saw that. I researched and I can attest they did the application. But it was just an application.
Yes.
I can take my company now, go and apply on NASDAQ, pay whatever the fee it is. It could be 20,000 US dollars. I can pay that. You understand? But obviously, I know the reward is bigger than this because people are going to believe. In fact, people believed. Everyone. I could see even some people that, you like, my guy, I thought you understand these things. My guy, I thought you are more wiser than this. But, they will believe that this is real. This is going to happen. This is real. This is going to happen. I said, nah, this is not. I know about the financials. I know about the protocols, especially with the I've dealt with FSB when it was still FSB way back then, So regulators, the license boards, I know how they work. When you come to me, tell me about NASDAQ, I can actually tell you the processes and say, this is how it works. These are the companies, these are products that can be accepted by this certain regulator, it's not all the products that can be accepted, So, you need to have a certain level of understanding of this industry. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. It becomes very tricky though, especially with these companies when they come into the spaces. And then they kind of just sell these things, and then people really. So, what were some of the I'm gonna call them stories that you heard from people after the QZ thing? Kind of just.
Look, like I said, when something like this happens, a lot of people are hurt.
Yeah.
It leaves a big wound in the community. People sold their houses to get into the program. People went to the banks, borrowed some money, and then they lost all that. So the problem with these programs, they bring fake faces in front. The people that you see in front, sometimes they're not real. So you hear, okay, this is the founder, this is the owner of this platform, but it's not the one. It's just a fake face or something.
Sure.
But of course, some of our people who are assistant to these programs are people that we live with.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
sure.
So,
so let's go to currencies a bit. I know you trade currencies. Why currencies? So you don't trade NASDAQ, you don't trade. Do you trade indices, or is it just currencies?
Well, I love currencies because I trade currencies. This is the type of strategy that I use, which is copy trading.
Okay.
Doing copy trading. Copy trading is whereby I trade. I'm a trader. My job is to trade. And then there are people who follow my trades, so they copy my trades. I trade and then they copy my trade. That's the strategy that I do. So in doing that strategy, I picked up that currencies have got, a smaller spread, like
Yeah,
EU
that's true.
and GU. They've
Yes.
got smaller spread. So they're easy. When you're scalping, you get into profit very much quicker. When you scalp, get into profit very much quicker. And also they give you that leeway of when even the market is going against you, they're not so aggressive. So it's a type of a strategy that I'm using. They're not so aggressive. But indices, they're very fast, bro.
And they will humble you.
Within a twinkle of an eye, you'll be on a big negative. You understand? They will be gone. You understand? So the type of a strategy that I'm using suits the currencies, the normal currencies.
Okay.
That's why I love
Yeah.
currencies. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's cool. So when what's your daily trading routine? Like do you have a daily trading routine?
Yeah, of course. When I wake up, my day starts at 8 a.m. when I have a meeting with my guys, So I wake up at 8 a.m., have a meeting with my guys, set up for the day. What's the day going to be like? Who's doing this? Who's doing what? And then, when the London session opens, I'm ready. By 9 a.m., I start looking at trading opportunities. Then I start putting some trades if there are some opportunities. Obviously, we have to look at where the market is going, the direction of the market. Of course, those are things that we do previously to say, guys, the market ended the day at this level. Especially the New York session. So the New York session, we know, okay, the market pulled up until this level. And then the next day we know, okay, we've got an idea where the market is going to go. But of course, you can't the next day and believe that what you analyzed yesterday is still going to happen. The market can change anytime. Any minute the market changes. The fundamentals that makes the market to change. They can actually mess up with your technical analysis. So then, we look at the market again at London session and then, put some trades. We start trading.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
no, that's beautiful. So you're a scalper. I heard you talking about scalping. Or are you just a day trader, an intro day trader?
No, I'm a scalper.
You're a scalper.
It's my trades. They have to last a few minutes to some hours, of course, when the market is a bit stubborn. But it's scalping in and out the market, in and out the market. I don't like this thing of leaving some trades for some days and stuff. It messes up with your psychology, messes up with your emotions. I mean, you remind me when I was starting trading back in the day when, you sleep with a computer on the side of the bed. You wake up at night, one eye looks at the market, you see your trades are still on negative and you can't even sleep, but you go back and try sleep again, So as you mature or grow up in this industry, you feel like you find out that, you need peace of mind, even if you are a trader. Trading is stressful on its own. Trading is stressful, but you need to control the stress that you come across in the space. I don't want to have some trades running for longer when I have to keep on checking on them and, checking if they are still on positive or negative. I just want to have peace, So, I run my trades within a day, then I'm done.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's great. So, okay, coming to the almost done. We're almost done for today. It feels very quick though. What's your biggest loss that you've taken due to trading or crypto or trading as a whole? But like I always tell people, doesn't have to be a monetary loss, but just a loss that you feel like it's high. Yeah.
Well, there are two instances. Like I said at the beginning, the one that where I lost the 15,000 US dollars, that was my loss. It was the biggest loss. It was so bad. It was beginning of my career, where you like, I've just started trading. And all of a sudden, I thought I'm making money, I'm making good decisions, and this happens. And it was not just a small loss; it was big money. I mean, when we just started trading, we haven't really made and withdrawn a lot, So it was a big loss. So yeah, I lost that 15,000 US dollars, and then it didn't sit well with me. And the second one is whereby, of course, like I mentioned with crypto, of course, what I normally do, I have different wallets or portfolios. I separate my portfolios in the crypto space.
Okay.
I say, this is my portfolio 1, my portfolio 2, my portfolio 3, whatever the number of portfolios that I have. There was this portfolio where I had 50,000 US dollars during the bull market, but I didn't withdraw on that portfolio. Of course, these other ones, of course, I dealt with them differently. But this one was painful because also I had 50,000 US dollars. And then bear market came. I did not really sell. Bear market came. That 50,000 US dollars came down to 3,500 US dollars during the bear market. Of course. I've gone so much in the crypto space. There was also a time whereby I got my crypto stolen from my wallet.
How?
Yeah, no, I kind of got hacked.
Sure.
There was, in fact, I've been a victim many times in the crypto space. There was this time whereby we're using a robot to trade on our crypto exchange.
Okay.
So when we're using that robot, it was connected through API keys, something called API keys, where you connect the robot to the exchange. When that program, we ran that program for a certain period of time, and then it was done with. It ended that program, but now we did not really remove the API keys with the exchange. They kept on connected to that program, even if it has gone, it has ended. Now I think the founders or the owners of that program or that robot, they sold our API keys to the other people. What I discovered is that after some years, they went to my exchange because it's still connected. I wasn't aware.
Yeah.
They went to the exchange and sold all my coins. You understand? They did not withdraw, but they sold all my coins. I had Bitcoins, I had Ethereum, I had Dogecoin.
Yeah.
They sold all my coins and then they pumped another coin. This thing called pump and dump.
Okay.
Where they pump a smaller coin. And then when it goes up, they dump it. So they did a pump and dump on that coin. They sold all my coins to Bitcoin and to Bitcoin, and then they used that Bitcoin to pump and dump that smaller coin.
Sure.
I've got a tendency of leaving my wallet sometimes without checking them for some months or some years, So when I opened that wallet one day, I checked that wallet. All the coins were gone. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Where are my coins? All the coins were, where are my coins? Started, renting, going to Twitter, trying to insult these guys, this exchange. But now when you start analyzing, you're like, no, man, okay, this is what happened. Oh, there was they didn't withdraw. They used the API key to control what's inside.
Yeah.
You understand? As much as you are angry, as much as you are very much angry, thinking that this exchange is not good, but at some point you have to take responsibility as well and say, I should have removed the API keys.
Yeah.
You understand? Then, that's what happens. I lost those coins. And then when the bull market came, those coins, Dogecoin went up. When I calculated how much I would have made with the Dogecoin, I would have made 4 million, calculated what I would have made with the Ethereum. I would have made so much money, but it lost. Understand?
That sounds painful just to listen to it.
And also the other one, it's when we had something called masternodes. We were hosting masternodes.
Okay.
And then we had our masternodes connect. Something called masternodes is whereby you stack your coins online. So it was connected. And then one day you wake up, you see red. All the coins have been withdrawn from that system, from the system. They are gone. So those are things that you find in the space. But if you analyze where the problem is and what went wrong and stuff, it's not something that will take you off the market and say, you know what, I'm leaving this industry.
Yeah.
You keep going.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
No, beautiful stuff. Well, no, not beautiful, but like very informative stuff. Very informative, and I hope that the people who are listening as well have heard all these things the eyes can be opened, because I think it's all about raising awareness of these kind of things. Because, like, look, the stuff you mentioned today, I know a lot of people don't think about them. It's always about the next hardest thing, that next thing of, Guti, was a marquee. There's a...
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's an awareness now. Look, people need to come into this industry with their open eyes, have some information, some understanding, basic understanding of what's happening. You understand? Yeah.
Yeah. No, thank you so much, Elson, for today. For today's conversation as well. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I really hope you guys enjoyed it as well. And then I hope this is not the last time we sit down. I still believe there's so much that we can talk about.
Yeah, thank you so much for inviting me.
No,
thank you so much for being here. I believe people will enjoy this one and learn a lot, especially when it comes to crypto and stuff. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, all right, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. It's myself, Nqobile Tembane from Top Traders South Africa, and I've brought you guys another episode of Market Masters, where I sit down with the most prominent and talented individuals in the game. And I'll see you guys same time, same place next week, and we are out.